Everyone's still finding their footing in this early part of the season, Grant. How important is it to get off to a really hot start?
Oh, it's so important to get off early to a good start, BA. You really want to build some momentum early. In some ways, it can really set the tone for the rest of the season.
And now the opening lineup for New York. At the 4 and the 5, it's Randall and Robinson. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's McBride in at the point guard position. And the Knicks with the possession here after the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Thibault against Barrett. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And the shot's good.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Outside Barrett. Here's McBride. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, ever since the Nets relocated to Brooklyn in 2012, the rivalry between the Nets and Knicks has intensified. Now, both teams trying to prove that New York belongs to them.
And he makes a first. It'll be hard for the Nets to take New York City away from the Knicks. They've been there so long.
So true, BA. But the Nets have attracted more star players lately. Top free agents choosing to go to the Nets instead of the Knicks. We'll see if this trend continues moving on.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Randall with a steal. Here's McBride. Six on the shot clock. Blocked! A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. That'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal
It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Team foul.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Tyrese Maxey at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
When you think about tough-nosed fan bases that don't hold back, the Philadelphia 76er fans, well, let's just say they stand out. They are extremely demanding of their team.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Sixers fans have no issues letting their players hear it when they are falling short of expectations.
And you could argue it makes it tougher for these players in the long run. They know these fans want to win, and because of it, these players are determined not to let them down.
But if you succeed, you worship forever.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Now here's Barrett. Pass to Brunson. Knocks it down from distance. Brunson's got 5.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
New York trailing. Outside Brunson. Here's Randall. Barrett finds Robinson. Now here's Barrett. Lets it go from 11. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Ooh, I rushed that one a little bit. Pretty clean look inside.
Count that bucket.
And that's the physicality he has muscling through contact. Harris uses all of the tools to get his points.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Now here's Barrett. From outside the arc. And the Knicks, another three.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
And Philadelphia calls time here. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Talent-wise, they've got the upper hand. I mean, they won every matchup between these teams last year.
It's a completely new group for the 76ers. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. Reddish is checked in for Barrett. And Fournier is subbed in for McBride. Nice shot by Harden.
I'll tell you what, a lot can be said about the contract Harden took to stay in Philly. He took less than what he commanded to help the team sign depth and rotation players. A very big gesture from Harden, showing just how much he wants to win in Philly.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Milton against Fournier. A nice shot by Milton.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. And here's Brunson. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game. Shot clock at 5. Top it inside. Checked by Tucker. Pass to Reddish. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Philadelphia ball.
The Sixers leading. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Harden. Pass to Melton. Nice D from Reddish.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Sixers ahead. They're up by 3. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break.
And your Sixers youth.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers. And between Jason Kidd and LeBron James, RJ, you played with some incredible passers in your day. What was that like, running alongside those guys?
Well, it's just amazing. Jason Kidd, LeBron James, these guys can get you the ball when you don't even know that you're open. That's what's fun. And it's even more fun kind of sitting back and watching them and seeing how they read the floor. 2 of the greatest to ever do it.
Thybulle and Harris at the 3 and the 4. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey. And it's P in at the 1. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Well, Joel Embiid drawing comparisons to some legendary big men. He said, quote, "I want to be mentioned as one of the greats. That's my goal. And obviously being a Hall of Famer. But you've got to take step by step, one day at a time. It's going to take a lot of work, and I'm willing to put it in, guys."
He's well on his way, Allie. Thanks.
Applying some pressure with that full court defense.
It's stolen by Maxey. And here comes the break. Here's P. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 11.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Now a timeout called by New York. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Philadelphia 76ers, BNT, everybody. Get loud for them once again.
Here's McBride. Outside Barrett. Clock at 6. Embiid against Robinson. And again, the Knicks missing. For Philadelphia, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. In transition! Randle with it. Picked up by Embiid. Randle can't hit. And for Julius Randle, back in 2014, a nightmare start to his career, Greg.
Oh, man, so sad. I mean, Julius breaking his leg just 14 minutes into his NBA debut. A serious injury that required him to miss his entire rookie season. But give Randle credit for coming back and carving out a great career.
Shooting 2.
That free throw's good from Maxey.
That 2020 draft was so deep. Tyrese Maxey going 21. Maxey is already a premier scorer, a steal that late in the first round.
No good on the second free throw. Tyrese Maxey, part of that loaded 2020 rookie class, Richard.
At the top of the first, Anthony Edwards, he is an absolute star. So is LaMelo. Last pick of the first round, Desmond Bane can absolutely play. Like Maxey, though, Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey are great picks in that 20 area.
Now here's Maxey. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9.
No slowing Embiid down. He powers right past the contact.
New York has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Fournier. To the paint. Here's McBride. Oh, and again, unable to change momentum here. For 3, Maxey. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
New York calls timeout. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Atlanta.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. Reddish is checked in for Fournier. And Brunson is subbed in for McBride. Now here's Barrett. 14 points for him last game against Atlanta. Just 5 on the clock. Tries it from the top of the key. And Reddish gets it to go. Reddish has got his first points of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Harden. He gets it in there.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Here's Barrett. There's a minute 12 left to play in the first half. Back to Brunson. Pass to Hartenstein. Just 5 to shoot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
Shooting for New York, Isaiah Hartenstein. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. When you think of the 76ers, Richard, they've had so many Hall of Fame players.
Allen Iverson sticks out to me. Growing up, I loved watching AI play. And then when I entered into the league, I was competing against him. If you grew up in the 90s or 2000s, AI was the guy that just kind of changed everything for you.
New York has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Barrett passes to Brunson. Shoots over Harden. Here's Hartenstein. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now here's Tucker. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Here's Korkmaz. From the right block, the putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 13.
Yeah, terrific execution by Harrell. He collects the rebound and immediately goes after a shot of his own.
The kick out to Brunson. Good as the jump shot falls. Brunson's got 7 points.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Sixers ahead, up by 11. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. RJ, you're in the middle of a few trades in your career, to put it lightly. What's that like as a player to get moved around so much?
Thanks for bringing that up so sweetly, Brian. I appreciate that. Look, there's pros and cons to this. It's nice to know that another organization wants you for whatever reason, but it's also tough to leave an organization that you had a connection to, the fan base. But eventually you figure it out.
So on the floor for New York. At forward, it's Barrett and Randle. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's McBride in at the 1 spot.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Barrett.
You know, sometimes we forget how young some of these guys are. Take RJ Barrett, making his NBA debut at 19. Still a few years away from hitting his prime.
Barrett drops them both. And specifically with R.J. Barrett, it feels like he's a lot older, Grant.
You know, B.A., but he's not close to 25 yet. So what we see right now, it's not what he'll be once R.J. hits his prime. Still a lot of room to grow for him.
The kick out to Brunson. Pass to McBride. Now Brunson. And Embiid with the block.
Every year he's a defensive player of the year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding. And his awareness of when to go for the block.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
The Sixers leading. Maxey passes to Embiid. Here's P. To the inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 7. And there it is for him.
Jalen Brunson.
Brunson's got 9 points.
You know, you just love to start the second half this way. What a play call.
I agree with this. Try to jump on him, dictate the tempo, and seize the moment.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
You're trying to close that gap. It's going to hinge on plays like this one, creating high percentage looks right inside.
Here's Thibault. The Knicks making their last shot. Maxey, a good look. And he can't get that one. New York goes the other way with it. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Outside Barrett. Good on the shot. He has 7.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
And Philadelphia calls time here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Sixers head coach Doc Rivers earned the nickname Doc back in college for wearing a T-shirt with Julius Erving on it. In the NBA, he said, quote, "The first game I started was against the Sixers. I went over and said, Dr. J, how are you?" And he said, "Doc, how are you?" I said, no, I'm Glenn." But he said, "No, you're Doc." And that made me feel like $1 million. Guys.
All right, thanks, Allie.
Philadelphia, please welcome to the court your Sixers ENT.
Melton, he's checked in for the Sixers. And a switch here also for New York. Fournier's checked in for Brunson. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Embiid. Inside, P. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. And the 76ers lead by 9.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Here's McBride. Here's Randall. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Randall's got his first points of the game.
An intense player on the boards. Love seeing Randall get after it and punish the opposition.
Melton on the wing. To the middle. Here's P. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And good whistle there.
First team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, taking 2 shots.
That free throw no good. And the 76ers making a change here. Milton is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Reddish is checked in. Good on the second one. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's McBride. Pass to Robinson. Reddish with it. 6 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul of the game. James Harden, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Hartenstein, he's checked in for New York. Toppin comes in for Randall. Pass to McBride. Reddish with it. Toppin with it. Pounded by Harris. 4 on the clock. And Reddish gets it to go. Reddish has got his second basket of the game.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Embiid. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden.
Just another thing that makes Embiid unguardable. He can hit shots from any spot on the floor.
You know, only 2 players have won both MVP and 6th Man of the Year honors. Bill Walton and James Harden.
What's interesting is that they won 6th Man of the Year at very different stages. Harden was 22 and still growing as a player, while Walton was 33 at the tail end of his career for the Celtics.
Now here's Harden. And the 76ers another 3.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's McBride. Melton covers. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's McBride. And Embiid with the block. Harden against Fournier. Now here's Harden. Defense is right there. Here's Embiid. Yep, that one goes. Embiid's gotten 4 this quarter.
No stopping Embiid inside. He is a beast.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Melton against Fournier. Over Melton. Fournier with the bucket. Fournier's gotten his first bucket of the night. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Sixers on top. They're up by 11. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
31.
All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Up front, it's Tucker at the 4, next to Embiid in the middle. James Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Thibault in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Tucker. Here's Embiid. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. New York shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Barrett against Embiid. Barrett can't hit.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Harden. Soft touch off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 15.
Making the difficult look easy. That's what James Harden does. Taking contact, making the basket.
Barrett finds Brunson. Off target with the 3. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Thibault passes to Tucker. Outside Thibault. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Pass to Brunson. Robinson in the post. Embiid's there. Brunson misses. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Maxey. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Here's McBride. Outside Barrett. Here's McBride, defended by Harden. Pass to Randall. The 3. He drops it from range.
Yeah, as a shooter, Randall can be practically automatic. He gets the ball and immediately has a shot cooking.
Now Harden. Now Maxey. Brunson defending. Thibault on the wing. 5 to shoot. And he banks in the layup. And the 76ers lead by 16.
Ooh, an aggressive move. Takes it strong, and there's no help defensively.
Outside Barrett. Pass to McBride. Down low. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his second.
Well, one of the free agent moves that wasn't surprising was Brunson joining the Knicks. The two were enamored with each other early on in the process. A big signing for the Knicks, and Brunson now gets a chance to be a main piece of a team.
The first free throw is good. And Jalen Brunson, he's a great option on the floor, Grant.
Yes, he is. Can attack from different levels of the floor, solid shooting threat from outside, and gives you another playmaker to initiate the offense.
The 76ers making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And he can't. He's checked in for New York. Brunson with it. 1:50 left to play in the fourth. Toppin finds Brunson. Got a hand on it. Shoots over Embiid. Brunson misses.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And here's another one for the Sixers.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the 76ers.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for P.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
And it's the Knicks with the ball after the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Shot clock at 6. And here's Brunson from the arc. Joel Embiid with the board. Pass to Maxey. Here's P. It's hauled in by Robinson. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Barrett. And he makes it on the layup.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
And no lack of aggression on that move. Good for the 2K drive.
Yeah, a double-digit deficit. They're going to have to play better. They need more of this kind of aggressive play.
Here's P. Brunson defending. Embiid passes to Thibault to the paint. Here's P. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Team foul. At the line for your Sixers. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. Oh, they get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Melton.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Outside Reddish. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.